Did you see already this dashboard? I hope so, because this is my fifth already, I think, video when we talk about Looker Studio and how to create dashboard in Looker Studio from the scratch. And on the last video, we prepared the first line with scorecards. Hey, my name is Gala. I'm marketing analyst and Gala Report. This is my project. And here I have like 3 Facebook ads dashboard and many other template for Looker Studio and for marketing. Also on my website, I have a blog about Google Sheets, Looker Studio, and so on. Subscribe here and get updated. And now we come back to our dashboard. On previous video, we set up style, added some header and scorecards. The next after scorecards, by logic, should go some time series chart. So let me confirm here. Yes, time series chart. And let's do it. Let's create this chart and talk about settings of time series charts. I have new returning in not set. And okay, we go into edit mode. And I can click to edit chart and time series chart. There are 3 options. They are similar. If you select one, you can change anytime another one. If I click here, I can see the difference. Probably you didn't see much, but anyway. Oh, this is smooth. I want to have like basic chart. So I want to have, I want to align it to my elements. So we have it for half of the page. What do I show here? I'm sorry. Active users over time by user type. This is our header. So I go to style, show title, and this is our title. I can change it. I can auto-generate it. Actually, it works fine, but not for every chart. So I text it manually. I can change font size, font color. By default, we have is the same what we have in theme and layout. We set up on the first or second video of this course. Then I can align title by center because also why center? Because I have here by center, here by center, here by center. So it's better to maintain the same logic of titles. So if I align everything by left, so we should align everything by left side. If we started by center, so let's keep it by center, please. This is important because it seems like little moment, but it's changed a lot when all elements of your dashboard are aligned to each other. Let's go to step. We have dimensions, date, and we can, if I click to date, I have options that I have here. Year, months, weeks, and whatever. I can add calculated fields, group, and bin. But what is interesting for me right now, when we have time series chart, we have, and we have one metric, active users. We have breakdown dimension. Look here, look the magic. If I add another metric here, we don't have breakdown dimension. It could be total users, for example. And when we have 2 or more metrics, we don't have breakdown dimensions because we have several lines here. But if we have one metric, we can do breakdown dimension. For example, do we have it here? How does it called? Let me second to check. It's user type. And even I used formula here. Nice. Let's talk about this. So by default, we have new returning fields in J4. And when we have active users, what do I use here? Active users, yeah. I have new and returning users. But what I don't like in this chart, that new returning is typing with small letter. I want to use capital one. That is why I can use formula here. So our breakdown dimension, it's new returning customers. because we want to show active users over time by user type. I can, if I click to edit, I can change name and I can change data type, but actually this is a text, I cannot do much here, but I can click add calculated field. And here we can type user type, and here I added like formula that already live. I can add this to comment below this video. So what this formula is doing, we have field new returning, and in this formula I replace, if we have some underscore, I replace this with a space. And I take the left symbol of the text and make it upper. So what this formula does, it take the few letter from the word, make it capital, and concat, it means join this with other symbols in the word, and there will be small one. This is super nice formula. I will keep it on a comment so you can use it. Yes, I can apply and look here. You see that new and returning now it's with capital letter. It's again, it's small change, but all these little details, they make your dashboard nicer and easier to read, and you have more value. Your dashboard has more value. Then, what is interesting here? We added breakdown dimension and we added active users, and we added a breakdown dimension using the calculated field. Then we can click to drill down. Look here right now on dimension. Now we have date. If we click drill down, we have year, months, and year, and we have little arrows on the top of the dashboard. When I have drill down, I like to use, where is show header stuff, I like to use this chart header. By default is show and hover with it up. And okay, in a view mode, for example, I can see this error only when I move my mouse on the tile. So I want my dashboard users can see that they can change something on the dashboard, and I want to make this visible all the time. For this, I go here, style, scroll down, and show and hover, change to always show. Now, if I go to the view mode, anytime I will see the header of the tile, and I can see that I can interact with it. So here we can't really interact, so I don't care about the header. Here we can interact, so I want to show it. And this is my tip, like little tip that I use in my work. You can use it as well. So what happened? Default drill down level, it's date, but we can change it for year, months, and year. For example, if we go change data range for several months, I can change. I see now several months day over day, day by day. And if I click to this element, I can see my data month over month. And this will be year over year, but I have only 1 year of data, so I don't have interesting information. But you can change it from week and so on. Let's click to edit. Let's refresh it. Let's refresh it. So we have last month and we have day by day. We can change this year. For example, I think I will not, I assume that my manager will not check it year over year, so I can remove it. But for example, I want to see like weekly report. Let me check. We have ISO, week of year, we have week. We can check it. We can set up week as a default view actually. And in this case, we will see this. Let's observe which options do we have. ISO week of the year. like this, we can see it. And we have this option. ISO week of ISO year. And in this case, we see data as I want to see, to be honest. I see week start from, let me check, 1st of September, which day it was. 1st of September, it was Monday. So we have here week start Monday, week over week. If we select ISO week of year, of ISO year. And I will move it here. So we, by default, we have date. That's I will rename as a week. I don't want to put details here. And here I can change to just month. Change title to month. Let's go here. For example, now I can see that change to week, change to month. It will be one. Okay. Change to week and to, where is month? Sorry. Let's update it and check again. So we have, by default, we have date. We can go to week and we can go to again date. It's not good. Let me check what is going on here. We have, by default, we have date, we have week, and we have month. Year. Okay, let's keep year, months. And in this case, okay, year, months, and I can rename it to month. By source filters year, months. So it should work right now. Yeah, it works right now. This is our drill down and how we can work. We can add quarter, we can add some formulas here, we can add hour, and so on. What else, what interesting can we do with this? We can use optional metrics here, or metric slider. One more funny thing, we have one metric, we can click metric slider. Filter on this, we can add filter slider. And on this, we can see here, we can see this metric slider on the top, and we can filter some specific days where we had specific number of visitors, users. So in some cases, it's really fun. So you can use it to filter some data, to find some outliers on your data. So I'm interested only days with a minimum active users, and with this I can check what happened on these days, and maybe I can see my marketing campaigns for this day and so on. But so we have this one metric slider, but when we have metric slider, we can have only one metric as well. Same, do you remember we have breakdown dimension only with one metric, and metric slider or optional metrics, we have only one of this. We cannot use both. I want to use optional metrics here. Optional metrics, total users. Which users do we have here? New users. Oh, sorry. New users, for example. And then I want to have active users like 7 days, for example. When I add these optional metrics, let's go to the view mode, I have this icon here. And if I click here, I can change my main metric to total users, for example, and see how picture change if we update this. This is about time series chart settings, what we can do here more. So this is the main one. Data source we already talked when we talked about scorecards. We can add filter, already we talked. We have tile, page, and report level filter. And default data range, same stuff. When we use auto, we rely to this data range, or we can set up custom data range, for example, show always last 12 months. And that is another option, and actually I use quite often in time series chart. Then we can use breakdown dimension sort by we can add different sorting, descending or ascending. So now we sort by active users. Look, here will be not set at the first. Yeah, this is how do we sort data. Then we can use cross filtering on and off. How does it work? For example, let's use cross filtering. Do go to the view mode and I select one day and I will see all metrics here for this exact day. Or I can select some period and it will filter the all charts on the dashboard by this time. This is cross filtering. This is super nice, actually. I like to use it. And you can select some period of time and you can see that the whole dashboard will change for this feature. So let's use it. I just want to refresh everything. What else do we have here? What nice thing do we have here? Zoom. We can use cross filtering that I show you. Also, we can use zoom. We cannot use both together. But what is zoom? For example, in this chart we don't need it really. But if you have too many parameter data on the chart, you can select some section and do zoom and reset zoom. I want to see this. I want to see this and see how this section works on the dashboard. This we don't need for this chart. It doesn't make sense. So we use cross filtering here. Parameters we don't need. And if we go to style, title we already talked. Color by, we can use here series order. In this case, you can change, by default you have these theme colors and you can change one by one. Or we can use dimension value. And this is set up for the whole dashboard. If we click here, dimension value, I can change it here. And where is it? Manage dimension value colors. For now, I have only 3 of them, but I can, it's like a theme and layout, so we can set up it, and when I change it there, it will change for all charts. So I recommend you to use dimension values instead of series order because it's easier to update when you need it. Then we have series. We can change it line to bars. We can use one bar and one line. For this case, when you have a breakdown in one metric, I recommend you to use line, and all metrics should be lines. When you compare, for example, impressions and CTR, I recommend you to use CTR as a line and impressions as the bars, because you compare 2 different metrics. You want to show that you compare different metrics. In our case, we compare one and we use a line. We can change weight of this line, and actually it's could be nice to select something if you're interested. If you have like 10 data sources and you want to select one of them, you can make it thinner or like more bright. You can change style, but I think it's similar. It's simple. What is interesting here, we have a gradient here. This is cute, I think. And I think it's pretty, and for some charts it's really nice. We can use cumulative. And this type of chart, in this exact chart, we don't need it. But cumulative, it's super nice if you have like sales, for example. You have 2, 3, 5 sales every day, and you want to see cumulative, how many sales did you have in total. You can click cumulative and you see how, in this case, users are growing day over day. Then you can add show points for every day. A nice feature, but it's extra element if you don't need it. If you really don't need it, don't use it. Stepped line, you see how it looks like, and show data label. Again, when you have few of them, it's cute. But if you have so many, I recommend you do not use it. Then we can change axis left and right. The same logic as line and bars. We have one metric. You can compare on one axis, use only one of them. If you compare, again, CTR and impressions, you cannot compare them on the same axis, so you can use 2 of them, left and right. Also, we have trending line here. It could be linear. So we have linear regression of your metric. So we can say that number of new users are growing in September. Oh, it could be like other function, exponential, moving average. So super nice feature. I really like it. And but in this case, we don't need it really. But for some cases, it's super nice to see the trend and how your data is going. Then we have similar settings for each lines. For each series, here we have 3, but the system doesn't know, and we can set up all of them. What else do we have? We can add interval. Again, we don't really need it here. Center and right. Can we see it? We can see it as an interval here, for example. I think it's not for, to be honest, I don't know how to use it normally with G4 data. Active user, okay, new users. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me right now. Range. Okay, so it should be other type of data. For this, for example, we have a target, and we can see interval from this to our line. Yeah, about target we can have a reference line, and reference line it could be, for example, we can show label, hide enable, and our constant label metric parameter. So for example, for us, maybe our target is 10,000 users. Okay, less 1,000 users. And we can see, so if we have target for users, for example, per day, we can add a line and see how, like, which days we are behind, like up or down from this line, below or above this line. And we can use for this metric with G4, I'm not sure it will work fine, but for example, we can use metric target and we use fact. So we can use target, for example, as a reference line, and we have fact as a like main number. So this is nice. This is I used a lot actually. Add a reference band. So similar stuff. I'm not sure that we need to do it. If you want to know about it more, please leave a comment. I will prepare several video about maybe some use cases. Then we have number of series, by default at 10, but we can remove. For now, we have 3, so we don't care, we have less than a maximum. But for example, if we have many channels, sources, we can group of them and use rest as others. Then what we do with missing data? We can have 3 options. We can like line breaks, line interpolation, and line to 0. Depend on the tasks that you want, you can use different options. Here we don't have missing data, so you cannot see it. And here smooth. We have smooth. It is the same if you select this type of chart. You can do it here, clicking smooth. And then we can play around with axis, color, like how far these lines from each other, show or hide like axis labels, and so on. Do I need, we can rotate these numbers, this data. Show left axis grid line. Maybe we can remove or show grid lines. I don't know if we really need it, but let's keep. And legend, we can change position of legend. I think it's nice to have it below, maybe right, no, top center, for example, because everything we align by center, so I would align it on center and keep on the top. And basically, and we have like basic settings like a background border, like rounded border, and so on. So I think this is all settings about time series properties, time series charts. Yeah, I think we observe some interesting moments. What we can do more here, we can Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. I want to duplicate this tile because in my dashboard I had 2 of them. Then I can select both of them. Wait, I select both tile. Why I cannot select it? This is stupid. Okay, let's refresh the page. Sometimes we have to do it because everything working online. So it's could be okay. Click right, right mouse button and align horizontally right. Align, select 2 charts. Why I cannot select again? Can we go back? Select 2. Right mouse button. I cannot do it. Let's refresh it again. Oh god. Very good. Okay, right mouse button. Okay, or what happened? Arrange, align vertically top. Don't know what is a glitch today. What is a glitch of the day? Yeah, because I don't know why we have so many glitches here. This is conversion over time by event name. Let's do this. Let's copy this name. Let's copy this name. I copy chart, so I can change name. Setup, we have conversion by event name. So here we use event name. If we use, let me copy past this formula. If we use event, okay, let's change conversion here. And event count here as an optional metric. And when I okay, let me copy again formula. When I use event name here, I will see here a lot of events. And you see we have underscore here, and we have everything with little item. So what I do again, add calculated formula, and new returning, I change to event name. I change to event name in the formula. Event name, apply. And here we can see that we have so many events that it is not possible to put it all together. So we can go down here to the moment when we can set up maximum of our series, where it was. Where it was maximum number of series, 10 here. Let's change it for 5 and group the rest as others. Let's see. And now we can see this picture. So we can see like only most popular events and group others. So this is how this feature works. I think that we are good right now. And we did really good job today. We observed time series chart. It seems easy, but it has a lot of little settings, little moments, and we observed all of them. If you have questions or if you think something is not clear for you, please leave a comment. I would be happy to reply you for this comment. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to give like to this video, comment this video. It's really important for YouTube that other people can find this video as well. and hope you really like this video and hope to see you soon on my channel. Bye bye.